Hello. Subject of today's video is yet another take on Tibalt's and cascading, although this time is slightly different because we're not using Tibalt's trickery, we're using Tibalt himself. The way the rules of the game work, if you use Demonic Dread or Violent Outburst or Blading Cascade spell for that matter, you can cascade into Valky, God of Lies, but then you can choose to cast Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter from your Excel, which is quite potent as you are spending 3 mana on a Cascade spell and you are getting a 7 mana Planeswalker, so... You know, sounds familiar? It sounds like Karn liberated of a free Tronlands, in a way. Now, Tibalt is not necessarily the most powerful card ever, but as a 7 mana costed card, it still does wreak some havoc when you are capable of summoning it on turn 2 or 3. Therefore, this deck is using 8 Cascade spells to get your Tibalt out consistently. It's using Bloodbraid Elf as an extra Cascade, although like you don't always hit Tibalt or another Cascade spell with it. And besides that, it's playing just cards that are playable, and Blood Moons are alternative effects that you can try to Simian Spirit Guide out, Games and Caverns out, that are very potent in the early turns of the game. Makes sense to play 8. From removal, the Seasoned Pyro, just good cards in the deck. So that's what the deck is built around. It's definitely more of a fair take on the Cascade deck, but the fail rate is very reduced, as you're guaranteed to always get Tibalt out of your Cascade. You're not clenching your buttocks to maybe get a Simian Spirit Guide like you did in the Trickery deck. So let's see how this deck is gonna roll through the league. And a very nice I meet Omega Lul. You open a Mox Opponent Scar's pre-release RIP. I hope you play Vintage so that you can use it in your Paradoxical Outcome deck. Happy to see you back on Modo. That is a frequent sentiment in this chat. I mean, yes. Do I exile the Forest? To do it on turn 1 if they have a discard spell? I think so. Yeah, I should have bottomed the Forest instead of exiling it. That was a mistake. Now they have a spell, Pierce is gonna be Sarge. Let's do it end of turn because I have 1 more mana on my turn. Well, I might need to exile 1 as Monkey if I draw a land, but I also might want to play the cards I draw. Opt. Also plays around Force. Well, I guess, you know, no, yeah, it plays around Force too. Okay. Cosmic Impostor. Why didn't we just do it in their upkeep? I could have. Okay, so I draw 2 cards, Magus and Serum Vision. Bottom, let's try land. And I guess that's it. It looks like Storm or something, but I can exile their bear now. It's pretty fine. That was a pretty like quick Tibalt. Ancestral Vision. Okay, so it's As Foretold. As we can't with chat. I suspended 2 of those. Get a Simian Spirit Guide, which we can cast. Why didn't anyone do that with the Jace flip card? Well, it was 2 mana to begin with, and it also doesn't work this way. Because it's not a model double face card. Second Tibalt, go go go. It's not very useful to have 2 Tibalts. I take your monkey. So I'm kinda half the Tibalt in play, but I'm not doing anything, so it's kinda weird. You can ultimate Tibalt already, I guess. Gives me a lot of cards, which I probably should do because it's easy to get under Tibalt if this one dies. I'm gonna have Cantrip. It's the best card to kill a Tibalt. I mean, in general, you can Endergas it out of the battlefield. Later Gargadon. Okay. I think Celestial Parent is a better way to kill Tibalt. I think it's roughly the same. And well, just like you would do with any other Planeswalker or red or black permanents, you got. Okay, so let's ultimate. By with a lightning bolt in hand, pondering their life choices. Let's get a new Tibalt. Timeless mediocre honestly is just much better when you get him that early. Tibalt. Yeah, I mean it is a little bit of a... It is a powerful planeswalker, but it is also probably a little bit overcosted. Because it's on the backside of a card, so like balanced that way. Thank you for the raid, Gabriel, Nasif. Alright, I activate Tibalt again. I got Electro Dominance, Cement Spirit Guide, Magus. I'm going to play the Magus, but that locks me out of Swamps. How bad is it? Not really. But they're gonna be unable to play blue mana, to use blue mana. I guess I can pull the Magus, but then I can play the second one, that's the idea. We'll also transform Valky into a monkey, but that probably would not be that great. Valky, monkey. Have 2 counters on their Ancestral Visions and 9 on Greater Gargadon. Bolt and 2 unknowns in hand. They exiled another Greater Gargadon. I plus Tibalt. I was not planning on playing the turn 2 Emrakul deck today, no. With the second Magus, so the mountains are mountains even harder, and they can't moon that. Thank you very much for the sub, but I plan on playing this deck today. Is mediocre sometimes because he's pulling alone. Once it's cast, nothing protects or supports him, but the more the turn passes, he dominates. I mean, it feels like a pretty medium payoff for the amount of work I have done right here, but maybe it was actually an okay amount of payoff. Like, I've got infinite cards, I guess, so it's not bad. Why don't you cast Optor Serum Visions? Because I would rather spend my mana... Wait, I wasted a mana, right? Okay, in that case I have no excuse. I forgot. I cast Bone Crusher Giante. Maybe I should keep up the bolts instead and play up. That's not a huge difference. I guess I also had lethal if I would have just used, unless the second bolt wasn't there yet, I'm not entirely sure. But it's possible I should have -8'd and then cast the bolt from the graveyard and then cast the bolt from the exile zone if it was already there, but I don't remember if it was. I guess I had Electro Dominance too, which could have been used as a way to deal lethal damages, which I missed, which was kinda not great in that case. I'm also not convinced about the full 8 moons, but I guess you want to monkey out the moon. So it's not a miracle, but it never misses. Morph? Question mark. I can tell. This is just a somewhat of a different deck. More of a mono red prison than new form. Let's see what they're gonna perform here. Guess they're gonna balance. Which is okay. They discard down to 3 cards, so meaning bolt and then we add the button bolt face, but I cast lightning bolt face. So after missing lethal, I can perform lethal anyways, which is only fair. And I get to cast quite a lot of cards from the exile zone. Interesting. So my opponent... Whoa! They forced down to 1 card, so they almost perfect killed themselves, but they were left with just 1 card. 0 life, 0 permanents, 1 card in hand. So against Restore Balance, I think I would like to have Maelstrom Pools rather than Dismembers. Magus is somewhat not useless, but not great either. So is in the Bone Crusher Giant. Might have the Magmatic Sinkhole. The cheap answer to a Rhino. One of the 2 Rhinos. For a deck, yeah, exactly. It certainly is a deck. That's a nice and pointy Nyan's observation. Portable underscore head. So we moved to 5 and we spent all of our cards on this Tibalt, and then the Tibalt actually won the game. I guess the deck worked as intended. We literally spent 5 cards getting the Tibalt out on turn 1. And it got there through force and interesting. Now this hand, the Demonic Dread is not the most reliable cascade against my opponent, but I didn't want to cut it, but maybe I should have. Cascade is such an interesting mechanic. Imagine if Cascade cards wouldn't exist. How less rich would the game of Magic the Gathering be? Also, this deck doesn't have any lands, so it's just forced to keep Gamestones on the draw. Could discard the Moon, not sure. Is our deck broken? Watch this thing to find out, but kinda doubt if it's brokenness. I really enjoyed putting this blast into Blood Red Elf and Terminate. Did you mean that you actually enjoyed it, or that you found it stupid that your opponents did that to you? They can play 2 Rhinos, but the problem is that when I play Tibalt into that doesn't even win. Like, with Tibalt it pluses up to 7, it dies to Rhinos, I get +2 cards. I have to sacrifice my Gamestone Mine, the better one, the green one. Then I can find another Tibalt, exile one of the Rhinos, it dies too. This is so bad. But can instant speed it with the Gamestone. I'm not sure if this version of the deck is also the most excellently built yet. Maybe it's not the most excellently built. Let's attack with Valky first. I can kill a Rhino immediately, it's not even good. Of course the order is kinda wonky, but doing Headache Book yesterday when Blood Moon in play, you can cast spells requiring colorless out of Tibalts, which you shouldn't because as though it were mana of any color, yeah. Okay, -1 Rhino, Cosmic Impostor GG, same with Snow. I mean it says color. And you can cast your color cards of any color, but you can cast when the mana is mana of any type. You will need to mention any type to work properly. Oh, just draw 3 per magic. Okay, I'm dead. I should just add dismembers for the Rhino instead of the Magmatic Sinkhole. I don't know why I got dismembers. Now we are forced to have 4 Gamestone Caverns in our deck on the play, which is very not cash money. Without bumjing. No, I don't have a Triad Arbor for Demonic Dread, which means that it's also not the most reliable Cascade, but Cascade Jund is the truth. I don't know about the truth, but it is a deck that I'm playing currently. I mean, a Jund bracket already, I'm 0-0, so I can't say that. It's always interesting when people say that X in the context of Magic the Gathering games is the truth, and I think, is it the truth? I'm going to hit Demonic Dread with it. See? I called it. That was worthless. That was so bad. I could have fetched the Arbor if I had the Arbor in my deck actually in this situation. That's very basic, so my moon is useless. Odds were low. 28 hits that were not Demonic Dread. All of them were Tibalts, but some of them were moons too, which are really useless. I don't know. I want to play the Magus or the moon. Overextending with creatures also bad versus balance. Easy clap. Deck is busted and actually works 100% of the time. I don't know how to convey that in a screenshot, but to respond to this guy, but telling him that it's actually not 100% because I missed, but come on, shoot. I cast a Cosmic Imposter. Do you have a Force of Will? You do. Okay, in that case my Blood Red Elf cannot block, and that's all. Well, that's one card, so they're gonna play Ancestral Vision now. Nope. Oh, red. What's that? Electro Dominance X2. Okay, after my opponent done a whole bunch of nothing, I summon Tibalt Cosmic Imposter. 75 tickets worth of value, I +2. I draw a land and an Outburst. Oh, they had a Gargaron. I forgot. I should have attacked then, maybe. Can I suspend the Gargarov? Or does it say anytime it's in your hand you can suspend it? Suspend 10. Is there any way I can read the rules of the card on Magic Online? Allegedly I can't. I have to go to external sites to read the rules of the card. Middle mouse button over the card. I mean, it's just not on the card. It's not written on the card because it doesn't have the exact rules. Yeah, I can't suspend it. Can't parkour, exactly. They do that often. KHM seems impossible to draft properly. What do you mean draft properly in that context? Oh, they have a force, that's funny. Nine on Rhetoric is in play and you already cast a spell, then you can't suspend. That's pretty awkward. Kanister wins the match. Somehow Tibalt got there. Would you like to play first? I would love to, yes. Should have gone second. I'll draw a land. Goblin Guide and Mishra's Bubble. Lurus had a dream then. That one of the rare Lurus Baron decks. Even though most decks choose not to play the card as it is not really useful for their plan as allegedly something. How is working the deck? Question mark. I'm 2-0 in the league. Somebody talked about their build with Karn the Great Creator in the chat and I think that's probably better than what I'm playing right now at Blood Braids, but Seems like it can fare at least somewhere. Although Tibalt is not really good here. I'm gonna die to the Goblin Guide. Guide is good with the Scorch, it is useful with that, yeah. Should I maybe play Seasoned Pyro instead? I don't think so, because the idle damage piles up. The first my point to attack a Tibalt. Seasoned Pyro into 2 tokens could also be somewhat valuable, but nice music and better hair. Lol, thanks. I guess. Unfortunately, it seems like I'm going to be losing to my opponent's barrage of attacking monsters. I would also know that it also feels like they're playing fairly slowly. All of my opponents currently. Maybe they have Helix. Maybe they do. But I don't know how this Helix helped me. Oh, you mean if I steal it, yeah. Not half bad. Bloodbraid into Moon? But I don't want to deck any damage. But there's not much to do. I can't find Lurking because there's no Lurking in my hand, in my deck. Anger of the Gods is in the sideboard. All of them are in the sideboard. You just can't win in time because this deck is fairly slow at winning, so it seems like it has a pretty impossible burn matchup. And in my sideboard is just no cards. Like even if I turn 1 Tibalt, how am I winning the game, I wonder. Am I just bot? I mean, I can Blood Moon their non-red burn spells. Dead Gun seems pretty good right now. Yeah, I wasn't attacking Dead Gun. I think Dead Gun would be pretty useful as a 1 mana interaction, but even then, like, you don't have the long-term plan because you don't have a way to stabilize and clock them quickly. Because you clock them with 2/2s and Tibalt, which is slow. I mean, I guess you are ultimate Tibalt and you can burn them for a lot with their graveyard. And there's not even a Leyline of Sanctity in the sideboard to protect myself, so there is not a single way to gain life. Which is not something I'm used to. But many would remember, not many remember actually, but ages ago, not every deck used to have life gain in it. What about playing Tibalt in As Foretold? Does that work? I don't think it works. Damn, they have the Defying Silence too for the other deck, so I can win now. And put Ura in this deck for sure. We can. I stomp. Yeah, when Kitchen things were a nightmare for the burn deck. I mean, they probably are still not the easiest to beat. Oh yeah, Rift Ball plus Defying Silence, nice synergy. I guess I can cast 1 spell each turn, that's not even bad. A Moon. And how they draw Boros Charms. Valky / Tibalt is the strongest card to cheat with Cascade type effect, or is it just because of 7 CMC question mark? I mean, there is, like, you know how Cascade works, right? You put a cheaper card than a Cascade card on the stack. So typically cards that cost 2 cost 2, and Valky is a card that costs 7, so you get to Cascade into a 7 mana card. So yes, it is powerful because it is a 7 mana card that you get through a Cascade that costs just 3 mana. It's not that Valky is intrinsically omega powerful. Valky is going to be banned, I'm sorry, but rules are the rules. You can actually get a Tibalt now. That's funny. Thank you, Blood by Delph. You can Cascade to Valkyrie have a 2-1, that's true. I can also Cascade to Tibalt with the Phoenix Silence on the board in this situation. Next turn, Violent Outburst for damage. Aboard the Pulses, over the Maguses, I guess. Does the Phoenix Silence works against Cascade to Tibalt? Yes, Tibalt will be the second non-creature spell that you will be casting, so you can't. Why people are so playing Porosper instead of Rakdos since it gets a new tool and it's faster, question mark. I don't know. It's either because nobody seems to share your opinion, because I haven't seen any talk on Porosper, or because nobody else figured that out, so you might be the first to do so. I don't know, what do you want? I don't know of any black parent spells that are really all that good, so... Pump in the Night is better than any white cards. I don't know, Borosha makes it pretty good. Yes, for itself. In red black you could play Reign of God instead of the Vortex. I don't know if that's better though. Black will be bumping the Night and that's it. Maybe there's some new card that I'm missing. Corefire Walker, what? I surely look stupid with my... I guess Tibalt can target it. It's last protection from my cards for the most part. That's pretty funny that Black went boarded in. He sideboarded against himself because you had no cards for it. Oh, so because I had no cards to sideboard against my opponent, the opponents decided to sideboard instead for me. That's very nice. I'll get a Tibalt and a plus for lands, and then I will cringe when I don't hit. I'll be really impressed with this deck free to TBH. I mean, I'm too low. Feels like Burn is a bad matchup, and I also thrown a bad hand this game, but you're judging the book by its cover. And actually I might still win this game after what happened here, so we'll see. I think they both show me after and then I feel like I can't win. Kind of play by burn players makes me not want to play my burn myself and be grouped in. I think it's cringe that they bought it in Firewalker. I don't know, I don't think it's that bad. Because I will struggle to answer it, although I guess I have the pulse in my hand, so I probably won't. I'm not been attacking with the guy because I'm not going to give you the trigger. Yeah, keep my field then for now. It's their fetch. Good thing they're playing the same fetches. Thank God they're playing Foothills. If I got a scouting turn or something, I would need to shock. So that's really nice that they play with Foothills. Never sleep. Actually, if I ultimate Tibalt, I can get their Core Firewalker, and that would be really useful. So I'm hoping that I won't die. But I go to full life, I might be dead, unfortunately. 4 damage in 3 cards. You can exile the Firewalker and play it by yourself. Well, it has protection from red, so I cannot target it with the -3 ability. But I can ultimate Tibalt -8 and then exile all cards from all graveyards after killing it and then get it. Which is my goal this game, because it's truly funny that indeed my deck has no life gain, no plan against burn, so my opponent bought it in cover Firewalker so I can steal it from their deck with Tibalt. And they are not even killing me? Okay, I think it's actually super bad to board in Core Firewalker then, and providing a point of a plan. It's possible they still have a burn spell and they're gonna kill me after I take damage from this core, from this Eidolon. but I don't think there is anything that I can do to change that. Do they have a bolt now? Okay. Tibalt Jund only can play around it. No, because I take the damage from the trigger anyways. Okay, opponent, thank you very much for sideboarding the... I thought it was a joke when Twitch others said that they sideboard against themselves, but it is true that they did sideboard against themselves, and I'm benefiting from them sideboarding against their deck. What a game. Okay, I go to free life. Coincidentally, I have gotten free life from the core, I think. Another core? No more cores, but we get a helix, so I'm gonna cast it right now because I'm afraid. Okay, Cancer wins the match. Easy. Thank you for watching the video, and remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content.